Hey y'all, my name is Ashley, and today I am doing part 2 of my fall makeup rotation, shop my stash, whatever you would like to call it. And in today's video, I'm going to be going ahead and organizing all the makeup I picked out in my last video into my vanity. I'm also going to be going through my high-end makeup and seeing what I want to add to my vanity and going through what's currently in my vanity. So if that sounds interesting to you, then keep on watching. Okay, so what you are looking at now is the top of my vanity. My vanity is an L-shaped desk. If you want to know what's inside of this container, then go ahead and watch part 1 first. I'll put a card in the top of the video. But let's get started by going through what I have in my drawers first. So I'm going to go ahead and lower the camera and you'll see what I have. All right, so underneath my desk, I have another set of 5 drawers. I like how there's like a random slipper back there, but sorry, I'll move it in a second. Anyway, I have another set of 5 drawers underneath my desk, and this is where I keep my everyday makeup, or what I call my vanity. So in this drawer, this is where I keep my eyeshadow palettes. So this is also where I keep my colorful liners right here, my toppers. I have a duochrome, multichrome, whatever. This is a quad. A few Super Shock shadows, and I believe these are some Trixie Mattel, like loose confetti glitter style things, like sequins that I don't think Trixie Cosmetics makes anymore. And I don't think they've been made in years. So I'm actually going to go ahead and go through this real quick, and then I'm going to see what I want to keep in my vanity. So I just did a first impressions on this palette. This is the Nightshade palette from Gourmande Girls with Doodles by the Bunny. I'm actually going to be keeping this at my desk because this is perfect for fall and for Halloween. And then this is the Spooked palette. This is one that I haven't gotten to play with yet, and I'm going to be keeping this at my desk. And then this one right here is from Ofra Cosmetics. I just did a first impressions on this. This is the collab with Allie Dawson. This is the Falling in Love eyeshadow palette. And I will obviously be keeping this at my desk. Now, I honestly forgot I had this palette. This was like tucked way back in my drawer. This is from Colourpop. This is the Fresh Greens Pressed Powder palette. I believe this is one from Target. I don't know why I'm keeping the outer packaging because I really don't with this. But I'm actually going to go ahead and keep this at my vanity because I like these moody deep greens, and it kind of still has a fall vibe, but it will play really nicely with some of the other palettes that I've picked out. Now to put all of the eye palettes away in this drawer. So here are all of my palettes for my eyes added. I'm going to go through this real quick and see if I want to keep these liners at my vanity. I'm going to go ahead and swatch the Marc Jacobs ones because, well, we all saw what happened with the orange one. These are the Marc Jacobs ones swatched. Obviously, they swatched just fine on my hands. The texture is just the same as it was when I first got them. So I'm going to keep these, but these are going to go back into my collection. Now, this purple one swatched just fine as well, and I'm actually going to keep it in my drawer. The same with this Urban Decay one. This one swatched just absolutely fantastic. I think this is one you can still get though. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Shock. I have 2 different heart stamps. These are from Colourpop. I have the red one in QT Mark, and then I have the pink one in QT Mark. I'm going to go ahead and add this back to my collection. These have been here in this drawer since Valentine's Day, and it's time for them to like go somewhere else for now. Same with this hot pink cream gel liner from Colourpop. I don't really see myself using this for any of my fall looks. Now, this, on the other hand, is from Danessa Myricks. I have swatched it right here. It is a duochrome color shifting eyeliner. This is in the shade Emerald, and I will be keeping this at my vanity. Now, I have this Batman one from Kylie Cosmetics. It is a blue shimmery liner. I'm going to go ahead and add this back to my collection. I have two different Colourpop Super Shock shadows. I'm going to be putting both of these back into my collection because I picked out other Super Shock shadows that I want to use. I'm also going to put these glitters from Tripsy Cosmetics back into my collection. So this one is in the shade, or I don't even know if it's a shade, but the style Love Child. And there's just pink iridescent hearts in here. And then this one is more purpley hearts, and I think there's some crosses in there as well. And this is in the shade Buffy. I'm going to go ahead and keep this cream gel liner from Melt Cosmetics in here as well. This is a really deep forest green in the shade Fortune. And it looks like that. I have not used it. That's why I keep leaving it in my drawer, and I need to use it. Now, I have 3 different Sparklights toppers from Ofra Cosmetics. I absolutely love these products, but I don't see myself playing with pink for the season of fall. So I'm going to go ahead and take the pink one out, but I do like this purple one. I have some purple palettes that I picked out, and this white one is very like universal, used all the time. The last product that I still have in my vanity is this quad from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. It is the Trove Multichrome Quad. I'm keeping this. This will probably always be at my vanity. I'm going to go ahead and start putting the products away that I picked out. And if I have any remaining space, that's when I'll probably go pick more things from my collection and add it in here. So this is my eye drawer. I am now going to go ahead and pick out a couple more Super Shock shadows, I think. So after putting all of the makeup that I want to use that's for my eyes for, I would say, the rest of September and into October into this drawer, I wanted to add a few more products. So I went ahead and grabbed this About Face Matte Fluid Paint. This is in the shade New Karma. I'll go ahead and swatch it. It is a beautiful matte purple, and it looks like it would go really nicely with the shades in the Nightshade palette, and that's kind of why I picked it out. I also grabbed the other Super Shock shadow from the Hocus Pocus collab because of the purple. So same idea with the About Face product. It looks like it would go nicely with some of the other palettes that I picked out. And finally, the other 2 products that I picked out to add to this drawer are from Suva Beauty. These are their liner palettes. So I went ahead and grabbed UV Grunge. I think these are some really nice shades for fall. As you can tell, they've had a lot of love, and they'll get even more love for the season of fall. And then the other palette from Suva is UV Brights. Again, had a lot of love. It's going to get some more love because I love these neon shades for more spooky season looks, and all of these are UV reactive. So this drawer is my face drawer. So I'm not really going to be changing much in here, but this is where my foundations are, my cream products are, my concealers are. This is going to stay the way it is. I know it's a little messy. I need to reorganize it. I need to go through it, honestly, but today is not the day. Alright, then this drawer right here is all of my powder complexion products. So I've got all my loose setting powders, my under eye brightening powders and face brightening powders, pressed powders for touch-up or foundation, and then like contour or face palettes. Not going through this today. I probably need to declutter and reorganize this. That is not today's video. Alright, this drawer is a drawer that we're going to go through and then add more makeup to, and this is where I keep all of my blush and bronzers and face palettes. Just like before, I'm going to start by going through what I have in here. So I'm going to start off with this bigger face palette. This is from Pat McGrath, and it is the second Bridgerton collection. This is got 4 different powders in here. So it's got 3 blushes and then 1 highlighter. I really like this, and I use this all the time, so I'm going to keep it in here. So I have 2 of these Charlotte Tilbury face palettes. I have both the light medium and the medium deep. So this is the light medium right here, and then this is the medium deep. I'm going to go ahead and keep the medium deep in my drawer because I do like the more vibrant blushes in this palette. So I actually picked out 4 different face palettes to add to my drawers. So I got this one from Ofra, I got Patrick Ta, Blend Bunny, and a Natasha Denona one. Okay, so that is all of the face palettes. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to like individual blushes. And so the ones that I have in here, so I actually have quite a few of these pressed powder blushes from Colourpop. I absolutely love these. I don't know if you can still get them in the heart shape, but I know they have a large selection of pressed powder blushes. So I have the shade Heart of Gold. Actually, that's a highlighter, so we'll get back to that in a second. Woo Me, Text Me, and my favorite, which is Babycakes. And obviously, if you watched my first one, you know why this is my favorite. So this one's staying. And so is the shade Text Me. And the reason why this one's staying as well is because I like to buff Babycakes out with this shade. Another individual blush I have is this one from Pat McGrath. This is a Divine Blush Duo. And this is like the duo blushes that came out, I believe, last summer. I don't know how I feel about this product, but I spent so much money on it that it just lives at my vanity, even if I don't use it. And what I'm going to do is keep it at my vanity. But I'm going to take the packaging and put it in the drawer in my collection, so that way I can pick it up and I'll be more likely to use it. Now, this is a product that you should recognize because I just recently hauled this. And this is from Patrick Ta. This is a cream blush duo. And this is in the shade She's Wanted. I think so. Yes. So I'm obviously going to be keeping this at my vanity because I, not only have I just purchased it, I purchased it for fall. So these are the Charlotte Tilbury matte blush beauty ones. I force myself to use them constantly because I spent so much money on them. I'm going to go ahead and keep them in my drawer because they also surprisingly look really nice as a lip product. So that's what I'm going to use them for. Now, I have 2 of these Luminous Rouge loose powders from Jaclyn Cosmetics. I have the Love Language shade and LOML. I'm going to take LOML and put it back in my collection because it is orange toned. And I only wear orange toned blushes in the summer, so I'm going to keep this one in here because it is a pinky shade. These are the blushes that I picked out from my collection to add to my vanity. I'm going to go ahead and find them a place in this. It's not ideal, but this is just how it's going to be organized. I'm now going to go ahead and go through all of my highlighter products. I have this one from Jaclyn Cosmetics. This is the Iced Highlighter. I believe this is like the most popular shade. Putting my thoughts and feelings aside from the brand owner and everything that's going on, I don't plan on really ever buying anything else from Jaclyn Cosmetics, but I'm not going to throw away the things that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this highlighter in my drawer because this is a go-to for me. Now this is one I'm going to go ahead and put away. I haven't been reaching for it as much and I'm actually really unhappy with this one. This one's from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Glow Glide Face Architect Highlighter in the shade Pillow Talk Glow. So it does have a pinkiness to it. So I'm going to put it away and possibly pull it back out for the winter, but I'm not happy with this product. So I'm not going to declutter it, but I'm going to go ahead and put it back in my collection. I really enjoy the Ofra highlighters. So the first one I have here is the shade Glazed Donut. This is a collab with Nikki Tutorials. I'm pretty sure everybody has this. I'm actually going to go ahead and put this one away. This is one that I mentioned in my recent video. This is the shade Peppermint. I love this one for a cold girl look because it has like a hint of pinkiness to it. I like to keep this one in my vanity at all times. So this one's staying here. And then I have the highlighter in the shade Sugar Cookie. I love this one as so much that this one's also going to be staying at my vanity. Now speaking of the Ofra, I did grab one from my collection to bring to my vanity, and that's the one in Pumpkin Pie. So I'm going to go ahead and add it in. So I have this highlighter. I actually just bought it and I haven't really used it yet. I've swatched it. It is very glittery, but I bought it because it is a collaboration with Vampire Diaries, and I'm a sucker for Vampire Diaries. So this is a Lottie London highlighter. I've actually never used anything from Lottie London, but I'm going to go ahead and keep this in my drawer because I just bought it. So I have this one from Colourpop. I'm actually going to go ahead and put this one back in my collection. It is very pink. This is a winter highlighter for me. This is in the shade Heart of Gold. So this is a loose powder illuminating setting powder. These do not work for me as they are. I have to mix these in with a translucent matte setting powder to get a luminous feel that's not too shiny. But if I wanted like a little extra on top of my highlighter, I will apply this that way. This is in the shade Carrots. It's from Jaclyn Cosmetics. I'm going to go ahead and keep this one in my drawer. I also have one from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Just like Jaclyn Cosmetics, I don't plan on repurchasing anything ever from this brand. But I'm not going to go ahead and, I'm not going to get rid of things that I already own. So, with this, I'm going to keep it in here as well. These are the only two Luminous setting powders I have. So it's just easy to keep them here. So I actually picked out 5 highlighters when I include the pumpkin pie one from Ofra from my collection to put at my vanity. So I'm going to go ahead and add these guys in. Okay, now bronzers. So this is my Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Bronzer. This is well loved, and this is not going anywhere. It's gonna stay here. Now I have 2 of these bronzers from LYS. I don't need both of them in here. So I have the shade No Limits, which is tan. This is the deeper shade, I believe. And then I have the shade Harmony, which is the shade Medium. So that is what they look like side by side. Since we're coming off of summer, I won't be as tan. I'm gonna keep this one in my vanity. I love these LYS bronzers. So now I make room for this one from Iconic London. So this is the Ultimate Bronzing Powder in the shade Warm Bronze. So this one is gonna go ahead and be another powder bronzer that I kind of switch out and use. So I'm just going to show you, but this last drawer right here is all of my lip products. All my lip products just stay here. So that way I don't have to like get them from anywhere else. I am trying to condense my lip product collection. And the reason I'm trying to condense it is because I realized last year I had an absurd amount of lip products. Lip products expire. Lip products will start to smell pretty nasty, and the liquid ones are even worse than the bullet. So I like to keep my lip collection small. This is what I'm currently using. This is staying here. So this is all of my high-end makeup, like majority of it. So all my Natasha Denona palettes are here. I have all my Pat McGrath up here, a Pat McGrath here. But up on this top shelf that you can't really see is my Urban Decay Game of Thrones collection. That just stays there. It's like set up as a display, more of a collector's thing. So I'm a big fan of Game of Thrones. So I won't be pulling that down. But I'm going to grab some palettes from here, and I'll be right back. Got 2 Pat McGrath Mothership palettes. I'm sure everyone's aware of this one. It was a bit controversial when it came out because she just repackaged an old palette, put Darth Vader on it. I just didn't have the other one, so I bought the Darth Vader one because I love Star Wars. But I really think this is going to suit the fall with all of these like nice nudes over here, and then like this grungy green bronzy shade over here. I don't know. I just really wanted to play with it, so I'm going to go ahead and add this to the drawer. And then I have another Pat McGrath palette. This is, I believe, the second one. It actually doesn't say, but I believe this is the second one. So this green is honestly why. And then the last Pat McGrath one. So this is from the Star Wars collection as well. This is the C-3PO one. And this one just got some really nice neutral shades in it. So now I have a Natasha Denona palette. This is actually I think this might be my favorite Natasha Denona palette. And the shades in here just seem warm and cozy and fall-like to me. And I love the black in Natasha Denona palettes. The blacks in her palettes are the best blacks I have ever used. So, and the final palette is also from Natasha Denona. This is the Yucca palette. This one came out in the summer. I only just recently got this palette, so I'm excited to play with it. And even though it does have summer vibes to it, I feel like you could use the greens in a fall way. Alright, y'all, so that was my Shop My Stash, my fall makeup rotation, if you will. If you see any palettes that you think that you would like to see a tutorial with, go ahead and comment them down below. But thank y'all for watching. Tomorrow I shall be posting a tutorial Tuesday. And yes, I will be using one of these palettes in my tutorial for tomorrow. So you just have to subscribe to stay tuned for that. But until next time, y'all. Bye.